Hey, hello everybody and welcome back to more Pokemon Legends ZA. We are just jumping right back on in, aren't we? Alright, anyway, let's see. We are gonna switch to this guy as soon as we win our next promotion match. But there's another Pokemon we can start keeping our eye out for to add to our team, but I am going to want to be very specific to get it as a alpha if we can. Now who's that Pokemon? Well, you'll see very shortly. I went up the wrong thing, so we'll probably won't make it there before after nighttime, which is unfortunate, but is what it is. So, for the records, you're gonna wanna go over here. You're gonna wanna climb up here. And you see the Dratini. That's what we want. But, we don't want Dratini. We want Alpha Dratini, because, unless somebody else speaks up, I've been told that Dratini is going to count for some people as a bird. And I'm a people pleaser. And if the people say bird, I say, okay. So, once we add our Dratini to the team, there will not actually be another bird for us to add to our team for a little bit. Which, I mean, it is what it is. You know? More birds won't be available for us for a tiny bit, which, totally fine for that to be the case. But at that point, we're gonna have to start thinking, what do we want to do? All right, to the battle zone. Oh, I never did that quest. What quest even is that one? Bruv, I don't know. Well, we'll do that after we get through our battle zone. The battle zone is what we need for leveling, and that's really all I utilize the battle zones for. It's like, oh, you're gonna be using it to raise up your ranking, right? Yeah, well, I don't care about raising up my ranking. Because that's just going to happen because we are stupendously awesome. And honestly, I don't even want to use our Fletchinder a whole lot. Now, that might seem weird to you, but remember, we've got a Fletchling at level 31, which is higher than our 27. But, you know, whatever. I mean, we're gonna get through everything one way or the other way, so sneak up and start with electric attacks. Well, that'd be awesome if we had an electric fucking bird, but we don't. Because apparently those are illegal here. Anyway. As we continue playing this game, I'm gonna obviously ask you, you know, if you guys have played the game, tell me your thoughts about, you know, how you felt playing it. And if you haven't played it, tell me how your opinion for the game has evolved as you've watched people play. You know, like, are you liking it more? Are you disliking it? Like, is there something you wish was more in this game? And like, let's take out the very, what's the word I want? Obvious complaint points, which would be Pokédex. Because everybody has issues with Pokédex size. Because people are always going to believe that, you know, more Pokemon could be added in, or, you know, something like that. And like, I get it. Y'all want to have all 1,000 Pokemon in here to hunt and catch and use and train and tame. But to me, seeing that there's a smaller subset of Pokemon is kind of nice. Because it's like, I don't feel super pressured to like, have to like catch 1,000 Pokemon. Like, they're highlighting, you know, 200 Pokemon here. And you know what? That's totally fine by me. Even if my favorite Pokemon, as far as I know, is not even in the game. Sacred. It's not in here, as far as I know. Our Murkrow buddy. But we've had Murkrow in most of the games, so I guess we'll take it. It happens, you know? But like, even with this shorter subset, I still think they've done a pretty good job building this world. Some complaints I have seen are, you know, they don't like the fact, like, you know, the buildings are kind of like 2D and like, kind of like, you know, basically. Like, that's, you know, a fair comment. You know, you kind of want more out of the game that costs $60 to $70. Fair. But if I'll be completely honest, I don't pay attention to a lot of the buildings around me. Like, I'm not gonna want to go into, like, building number 700. Because here's the thing. Most of those buildings aren't gonna have anything in there, just like random characters with flavor text. And let me just say this. I bet that if, you know, they did have, like, all these office buildings or stores have actual things, if, you know, there wasn't a free item to get in it, or that there wasn't a, something unique in each one, you would complain that, oh, they just added buildings to add space, or, oh, these buildings are all the same, there's just nothing in there. It's just like, and then, you know what the next complaint would be? Word for word, it would be, why did they even bother adding these if they weren't gonna put something special in? I would have rather they didn't add them and just made them, you know, non-enterable buildings. And we've hit the cycle where, you know, it's gonna be a complaint. They damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know. And that's how a lot of the complaints kind of feel to me. You know, a lot of fans are just like, oh, if it was me, I would have done this, okay? Well, good. But this is what they did. Now, you're not forced to buy the game and play the game. This isn't in an official, like, mainline game. This is a sub-game in which they experiment, in which they, you know, do things off the cuff a lot more. For instance, like, having an ARPG-style battling system. A lot of people don't like it. They would have preferred the traditional turn-based. I would prefer the traditional turn-based, but you know what? This is a side game. I know when we get to Gen 10 here next year, most likely, we're gonna have our turn-based again. And like, hell yeah, dude. I'll take it. And until then, I'm gonna play this. It's a side story. It's a side everything. And you know what? I can play some Pokemon. And you know what I really fucking want to do? Play Pokemon. You know? So like... it's just... there are a lot of people out there complaining about things without really paying attention. So obviously, I'm kind of bulk recording these while I'm very, very free due to being off work for a little bit. So I want to address two complaints I see frequently that are fairly unresearched and just like reactionary. So the first thing I want to address is the fact that they have locked 3 Mega Stones behind having Nintendo Switch Online. So what this complaint is focused on is the fact that the 3 Kalos starters, Froakie, Chespin, and Fennekin, their evolution got brand new Megas, which, you know, awesome. We got new Megas for 3 Pokemon. Now, to unlock them, you must rank yourself up online from rank Z all the way up to rank K. So not to the top, but something that, you know, if you put in, like, I don't know, a good hour or 2, you'll get. Naturally. I've gotten it on my main account. I can't get it on this one because I don't have online on this one. But it's just like, okay, you know what? Yeah, that feels unfair. You know, oh, I need to have a Nintendo Online subscription and battle online to unlock these. Yeah, off the cuff, that's what it feels like and sounds like. And you're just like, well, that doesn't seem very fair and like made for kids or anything. You're right. But if you looked into the matter at all, you would have seen that Nintendo has already announced that all Mega Stones showing up in the online portion appear there initially, but will be in the games later. It is not locked behind that. In fact, the only thing that is you can get it earlier. That's it. I'd be like, it's a pay-to-win system. I mean, they're not the strongest Megas either. There's many in the game that you can get that are much stronger. You might be like, but Delphox is my favorite Pokemon, so I wanted its Mega form immediately. Okay, well, that one's not even released right now. Though, I'll be honest, it could already be in the game. It's just like late game. Like, right now, I could go in and do the online battles if I had Switch Online right here, right now. And do those online battles to get the Greninjite. That would be the Greninja Megastone. Like, that is currently available for Season 1. You know. But I'm not going to, because I can't. But also, yeah. So it's temporarily, as far as I know, temporarily locked until they release it everywhere. Or it's already in the game and you just have to wait much longer to get it. We will find that one out as we go. So, like, that first cry point that I have seen complaints about, fully and totally a complaint based off of nothing but knee-jerk reaction and instant hatred of Nintendo. You know? Just looking for problems without looking into the thing. Not that Nintendo doesn't deserve, you know, some of that complaint. They do. They have made some pretty poor decisions. But anyway, that's point 1. Now let's address the second point that I've seen a lot of complaints about because they didn't look into the matter before they started complaining online. The DLC. That's right. There is a DLC for this game already. Is it out? No. In fact, the DLC that people are complaining like, oh, I already paid $70 for this and then I had to pay another $35. Why didn't they just include it into the base game? Well, because it's not in the base game and the DLC does not come out until spring of 26. Yes. It was a DLC pre-order that you could start, similar to what they did in Scarlet and Violet. You could buy the DLCs early to get clothing options. That's it. That's what I did. I pre-ordered it because I'm going to buy it. And I was able to get early outfits. And when the DLC comes out, I will be able to play it. But the complaint is, it's just like, wow, day one DLC from Nintendo? I can't believe it, blah, blah, blah. No. Do your research. The day one quote-unquote DLC is actually just a pre-order DLC like Nintendo did with Scarlet and Violet. That was actually popular. The fact that you could do it. So, like, hate on Nintendo if you want to hate on Nintendo. It's just, at least have all of your facts. Now, if you want to complain that Nintendo has started to develop DLC before the game released, that is fair. But if the complaint is simply that they have the DLC and not something like, oh, they decided to switch their focus from developing the game and they decided to develop DLC, yeah, sure, that's a valid complaint. What I would want to do is take a look to be like, okay, are they like, did they decide to switch some of the things they wanted to include in the base game to the DLC because they would have had to, you know, wait longer to release it? Well, then the question is, would you have preferred to have waited or would you have preferred to have gotten the game? I don't have an answer for that one. I would assume in this case that there were probably some designs that they wanted to add into the base game, but in a lot of cases, Nintendo doesn't want to overload you with so many things. So instead, they decided to tease, like, the Raichu X and Y Mega Evolution. They're like, yeah, we had this idea, couldn't figure out how to implement it, so we're gonna add it as part of the DLC story, which, by the way, you tired of the fact that this all takes place in one city? From what I understand, the DLC will take us out of Lumiose. So that's nice. But, you know, I kind of rambled on for most of this about that, but it's like, it's one complaint I have. It's that people are complaining about something without doing the due diligence of research. Like, complain what you want, hate on Nintendo if you want. At least, if you're gonna complain, be complaining about something that is, like, a good complaint. That's really all. Because I'd be happy to discuss things like that with you guys, to be like, okay, well, why don't you like, you know, this decision? You know? Discourse is great to have. Talking with each other about, oh man, this decision could have been better, or whatever. Sure, that's a good discussion. But if you're gonna hate on something for something you didn't just do like 2 minutes of research, that's not starting a conversation out pretty well. Oh, it's something I've also had an issue with. I have definitely complained about something without looking into it, so I do try to do that a lot more now. Personally. Alright. How are we doing? We've got about a quarter of our time left. So we are going to start checking out that Dratini spawn quite frequently now, from now on. Just to see if we can't get ourselves a... Alpha Dratini. Nice. Because an Alpha Dratini would be miles good. And what do you guys think of me doing that, just going back through the history of Pokemon in order of releases, just to, like, dominate with birds, show them off. Another goal of mine is I kind of want to show off birds that we don't often use. So maybe use Swablu a little bit more. Chatot. Squawkabilly. I don't know, something silly like that. I mean, you still need to have some good coverage for the most part, but, you know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna randomize some of the options and guarantee, like, bird starters where I can. I will not be doing any of that for the Switch games. So specifically, that won't happen for, well, these next 3 games. Which would be, you know, this game, Scarvi, Legends Arceus, and Sword Shield. Those will just be plain vanilla. Switch out your starter as soon as you can, unless your starter is a bird, which won't affect us until Sword Shield, really. But, yeah. Alright, I don't even remember which number this is. I think this might be the last guy we fight. So it's raining. So let me show you guys a Pokemon that only shows up in the rain that I only recently found in my own playthrough. I think we've got the area open. Yeah, well, I mean, all areas are open. Doy. Let me go to the spot where I have seen this Pokemon spawn, is what I meant to say. 24. Ugh. Whatever. I don't care. Okay. I've seen this Pokemon spawn along the docks. It's Goomy! Goomy spawn in the rain near moving water. So that's the key part. Moving water. So again, while this is mostly a, you know, bird-only thing, we still gotta catch things and other stuff, but those won't be our main focuses. I hope one spawns here right now. Yeah! I actually fought with an Alpha Goomy here for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Wasted so many balls. Because it's, you know, a pseudo. Uh-oh. Shoot. As long as it's still raining, we still have another shot. I can't tell if it's still raining. Ugh. 66,000 is pretty nice. I've got well over 1 million Poké in my personal playthrough. Nope. 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 Ow. Slightly terrifying. Alright, well, we don't need a Goomy anyway. Now you guys know where a Goomy is. And specifically, you know where a Alpha Goomy can spawn. Alright. Let's boost up our catch chance right there. Alright, we are going to take a look to see if we can get the Dratini. Ugh, it's regular. I'm gonna just try to catch it. Yeah, look at that, very little chance. I didn't think so. And then it runs away. Yep. Cool. Alright, I don't even know what class this one is. It's been a while. Our goal is just, you know, do the quests, be the best, better than the rest. So we'll heal up after this, and then go fight our next promotion match. I think. Oh, it's this one. Got it. Alright, this lady would like, you know, to sketch this scenery. But the problem is... there's some brambles in the way. Vexing vegetation. So, we've got to take care of this. Easy enough to be done. We're gonna do this, we're gonna heal, then we're gonna do our promotion match. And I think that'll be it for today. Yeah. So thankfully, I now know I can use Aerial Ace on this. Can I use Wing Attack? No. It needs to be like a cutting move. Alright. Run dun 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 ba-da-loo doo 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 doo. Vexing brambles! I believe this is the last one. There's a Garbodor right there with a Pokeball for us to grab, so. Naturally, the reason for all of this is a hidden little treant. Well, baby Trevenant. Oh, cruel Pokemon, how could you vex me so? Inspiration strikes! Drawing that phantom. It would be amazing! Easy enough. And just like that, bada bing, bada freaking boom. Taken care of. Alright. We're gonna pop right here. Because this will also, you know, once you finish this, it'll open up even more side quests, so. More side quests, more things to do. Oops. Thankfully, you can't accidentally mash through and multiple heal your Pokemon. Because that was always annoying. Oh look, there's a future bird to join us. It actually might be in the next quest set that we'll be able to get fossils. Can't remember. By the way, we're about to beat up a school child. Don't worry, he's a prick about it. It is how they say, fully justified. This is exciting! There's something just so rank X about you. Doesn't matter if you get what I mean. What matters is, do you want to battle or not? I'll battle you. Gotta beat the child up. It's a promotion match. X is good, but W is better, don't you think? Following that logic, A is best, which is why I'm gonna win my way up to rank A. You should stay here at rank X, kid. Rank X really does suit you. I mean, you've got a face that just screams, I love rank X. What a fucking nerd. I'm gonna destroy this kid's dreams. In front of all of his school friends. And teachers. Which makes it even funnier. This can't be right. You're too strong for rank X. Yeah. Because I've been playing Pokemon longer than you've been a twinkle in your father's eyes. Easy. With how precisely you talk to my Pokemon, there was almost no way I could win that. No. You were never going to win. Are you sure you're rank X? You seem way too good at battling. Hell yeah. Just so you know, I don't care that I lost. The letter X is way cooler than the letter W anyway. Alright, child. You're rank W now. Amazing. Come join us back at the hotel. Bum, bum. Here's to Crown making it to the next rank once again. Oh man, you cooked up another masterpiece, Tawny. I can't wait. Lita, you know we're not celebrating you, right? Well, it won't feel like we're celebrating anyone if the rest of us just sit here quiet and hungry. Naveen, how about you relax and enjoy some croissant curry? No, thank you. Curry and croissants stand alone nicely, but together they're less than the sum of their parts. But they make a whole new flavor when you put them together, just like all of us in Team MZ. Dun, dun, dun. I'd rather you didn't compare us to this culinary atrocity, Lita. Akira-do. My alarm, it's going off. Excellent. All right. Great place for us to leave it off. Nope. We still going? We still going. All right. Morning. How's Hotel Life treating you? Oh, it's been amazing. Heck yeah. You know, I came here from far away just like you. The hotel's my home these days too, and it's such a nice place. I wonder why no one else ever stays here. Wouldn't you like to have more guests, Daisy? I do not mind the quiet. This place was intended to be my final residence. That is why I called it Hotel Z. And if the hotel were to become busy, all of you in Team MZ might feel obligated to help out, in turn preventing you from taking part in the ZA Royale. I'm fine with things as they are. Well, I guess if you're fine, then it's fine. Oh, sorry, I gotta go to practice. Let's chat more later, Crow. See ya! Wouldn't wanna be ya. Oh, I forgot to tell you all, but can you guess where my hair is based from? Kiridi? What is it, Floyd? You seem somehow agitated. These are Lita's belongings, aren't they? Crow, I'm sorry to trouble you, but Lita has forgotten her things. Could you deliver them to her? Perhaps this would be a good opportunity for you to speak further with her. You are both members of Team MZ. It is good to know your allies well. You should find Lita in Sector 5 of the Verdict District. Perhaps a battle will help you understand each other better. Alrighty. As I was trying to say just a moment ago, that is going to be it for us today. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next time, everybody, stay funky people.